I got to see how top performers become top performers and what makes them great and what makes average average and what makes below below. And it was so clear. And it really came down to habits. That's it. Habits. Daily habits. If you look at a great pro athlete, and I know Tex is around here somewhere, but Tex's routine was boring. And he may even admit to that. But he did the same things every single day in and day out, through good, through bad. He made little tweaks here and there. But Tex in particular, I remember he was struggling. He was in a batting slump. And I said, what are you going to do about it? And he said, I'm just going to keep training because I know that the slump will go. It will pass. But I'm going to just stay consistent with my routine. So what I see amongst the general population, and now I get a chance to work with guys like Brandon, I get a chance to work with other high performers, and I have a couple training facilities, so I get to see the masses as well and what makes them tick. Once again, what presents itself is great habits. Consistency always wins. Now, if you guys look at your own life, are you eating breakfast at the same time? Are you eating lunch at the same time? Are you eating dinner at the same time? Probably the answer is no, because of work and 9 other situations that may present themselves, or fire drills that may come about due to working in a competitive business landscape and environment. But what I encourage you to do in order to have success is start to build your routine, which in turn will build great habits. So you have to have some non-negotiables for yourself, right? This is what I do in the morning, this is what I do in the afternoon, this is what I do at night. And the athletes, we even go as far as, this is your AM routine, this is your PM routine, they have a pregame routine, a postgame routine. Their day is basically just laced with routines. Now the nice thing and the advantage that you guys actually have is that you know where you're going to work every day. You know your routine. What you did yesterday, it may change while you're at work, but you know that you're here. So you can build your workplace for your own success. Now, I'm not going to come up here and just tell you, you got to eat your fruits and vegetables. Here's how many servings you should eat. You should do the Surgeon General's minimum of 20 minutes of exercise a day. That's the requirement. That's all bullshit. The requirement goes out the window if the requirement doesn't understand who you are. Everybody here is an individual. And this is my biggest issue when it comes to health, when it comes to fitness, when it comes to training. You got the CrossFit camp over here, and they're pissing on everybody that's not CrossFit. You got the Barry's Boot Camp, the Soul Cycle women, you have the Pilates chicks, you have the yoga gals, and it's like everyone's in camp. They're in their own camps. The couch potatoes, but they've accepted their reality for the most part, so they're not really a problem. They don't understand it all. But for the most part, you have these different camps that are breaking out. Now, what's right? CrossFitters say, well, if you're doing that and you're not doing CrossFit, you're incorrect. And that's completely incorrect. And then you see that guy 3 to 4 years later, he may have had a catastrophic or some sort of an injury while he was at CrossFit, and now he's, competitively cycling at Flywheel now. And now he can't understand CrossFit. And this is just, what happens. And for me, being in pro sports, I never understood what the outside world was doing, because for us, it's you get the player, he comes in, you sit with him, you talk to him, you get to know his life, you get to know his preferences, you get to know his injury history, what went on, what brings him to this point, and then you formulate a program based on his position, his age, the injury